What's up and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Dungeon Master. Previously, on the search for Ciri.
What if he doesn't feel the same?
You'll never know unless you try. Take it from me, I'm in your head.
Can you just sort of do your thing where you just cover me completely if he says no?
Hey, you've always got me.
Just wanted to say that I've been through so much, and I can see that you have too. I've been through so much trauma. All I wanted to do was live up to being a witch. I want you to know that you gave me something more to live up to. Through all the shit I've been through, I'm glad it brought me to you.
No, there are just spices over there, sir. It's not brewing equipment.
Do you know how to make beer? You need oats, yeast, and you're good.
Shitloads of clean water.
And now you're wondering to yourself, as you watch him having this conversation, you think to yourself, I've never seen him make his beer, he just had it when I met him.
Could have bought it off anyone.
I'm gonna set up watch for the rest of the day.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to need the room to talk to Ren. So we're starting this episode out with just me and Ren. Velimir and Dimdish are not in this scene. So Ren, you've gone out looking for supplies in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And you're wandering through some of the middle ring stalls.
Yeah.
And you've gathered a few herbs together, some bits and pieces that you think are going to help with your medicine and making potions and healing wounds and all that sort of thing. And you're making your way over to one of the other stalls in the middle ring when you hear in your head again, Psst.
Yep.
Ren, I need to tell you something.
What?
Something's coming. Someone's coming.
From where?
Ren, I'm really sorry. They're everywhere. And I don't think that I can save you this time.
Who's coming? How do you know?
It's been a pleasure, Ren. And then suddenly, you feel the wind through your hair. For the first time in a long time, you realise that the hat is no longer on your head.
I'm just going to put my hands on my head.
And all you feel is your hair.
I'm just going to try and catch my breath.
Yeah. And then you hear something behind. Hello, witch.
I'm sorry, please, no.
You turn around and standing before you is the hulking figure of Caleb, the head of the witches. And with him stands just a army of witch hunters. There are at least 12 witch hunters from both sides. They have surrounded you in the square. You've noticed that all the people and everything have all shuffled well away. And Caleb stands there, and he stands before you holding a pair of handcuffs. I suggest you come quietly. Your ruse didn't fool me. I am trained to find witches, a bit of mud. And besides, you haven't even bothered to disguise yourself today.
I'm just going to take a deep breath. Have I still got all those herbs and shit in my hand?
They're in like a little, I would say, a little satchel that you carry around with you.
I'm going to take that off.
Yep.
And I'm guessing he's quite close to me because he's intimidating.
He is looming over you with these handcuffs.
I'm just going to swing these.
You're going to swing your hang...
Yeah. I'm going to go down swinging, thanks.
So, I mean, I'm not going to have you roll. You take a handbag swing at Caleb and he just... You hit him across the face with your handbag, but he just stands there.
I'm still going to be hyperventilating.
Hold out your hands, witch.
What will you do if I don't?
I'd rather you went quietly. For the sake of your friends as well.
Just going to have a tear running down.
Yeah.
Drop the bag of
herbs. Yep.
And just put my hands out.
And he places on you, you're familiar with these. Mm-hmm. They're called diamantium handcuffs. Mm-hmm. They block the flow of magic that flows through you. They're specifically made. Diamantium is specifically made to stop witches, to stop spells. So the minute these handcuffs are slapped on you, you feel your body just drain of magical energy.
Please don't hurt my friends. I'll come quietly.
I'm not interested in the Witcher or the Dwarf. I just need you, if you'd like to follow me.
I don't really have much choice.
And you are led out of the square by the army of witch hunters.
Ren, she cried, and the moon's pale light shines so cold on a sorrowful night. Accused of witchcraft, they say she's to blame. In silence she suffers, no one knows her name. Dark and sour where shadows creep, eyes so tired she cannot sleep. Whispers echo in the halls, her broken spirit through darkness falls. They took her heart, they took her soul. Ren the witch lost all control. Bound by fear, bound by fate, a tragic tale of love and hate. Candles flicker in the gloom, mark her steps through endless doom. Secrets hidden beneath the sky. When the witch begins to cry, morning comes, but hope is gone. For Ren the witch, since midnight's dawn, she prays in vain for freedom's kiss. A prisoner lost in the abyss. They took her heart, they took her soul. Ren the witch lost all control. Bound by fear, bound by fate, a tragic tale of love and hate. They took her heart, they took her soul. Ren the witch lost all control. Bound by fear, bound by fate, a tragic tale of love and hate.
And we'll go back to Dimdish and Velimir. So we cut back to the square. Witcher, you have decided that you're going to set up watch. As you say, did you said it to Jacques?
Yeah,
that you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
set up, he looks at you. My stuff's already been stolen. They only steal it once a day. Setting up watch is not going to help today. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, of course, Witcher, but perhaps with those eyes that you have, maybe you can see more than I can? It's just a suggestion. You feel that this man thinks that he is above you. He is somewhat speaking down to you.
I'll have a look around. And I'll poke
Very
around the
good,
area.
sir.
I'll poke around the area.
Give me an investigation check.
That's a 10.
A 10.
With a +2. Fuck.
You
Fuck
look
these Lego guys.
you look around. You're not very good at investigation.
I'm
for a
really
Witcher.
fucking not.
It's at advantage though because you have cat eyes.
Oh. 7.
Okay, so we'll go to the
Fuck
10.
is wrong with...
So okay, we'll take the 16. We'll take the roll.
Using the real dice.
The real roll.
He's
So with the
changed his mind.
16,
That's an
you're
18
looking
with my
around
+2.
and you get an 18. With an 18, you look around and you can see what look like there's footprints that are obviously, you look and you're like, they look like Jacques' footprints where he's walking around his stall. There's only one other set of prints near his stall. And they belong to what you can make out as a large cat paw print.
Okay. I'll poke around for like. Does a gap of these paw prints give away its size?
Yes, you would say it's not, I wouldn't say obviously lion size, but this is a large cat. Like a lynx or something like that.
A jungle cat.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Any animals you keep?
No, And you see him thinking for a second. There is a rather large cat that has been skulking around.
There's your feet.
Right. Would you be able to find it?
I suppose.
I've only seen glimpses of it. You from your 18, you can see the tracks leading off.
I'll start following. Dimdish,
Eh?
we're killing a cat.
Oh,
That's sad.
he just says sad. So you start following these paw prints, and eventually they lead to this low sort of wall, and then they change, and you see them start to mutate and change into footprints that go up and over the wall.
Dimdish,
Eh?
we're killing a werecat.
Not a thing.
Is that a thing, Witcher? I'm not sure. And how do you kill a werecat?
Would I know or have any clues what this thing is?
Give me a insight check at advantage because you're familiar with monsters because you studied them.
Nat 20, baby.
A natural 20.
You need to stick with fucking dice.
Bollocks. There's only one type of monster that transforms, that can take different shapes. It's a doppelganger.
Ooh.
You're aware that doppelgangers were hunted to near extinction. They, like succubuses, are very few and far between, and they can take the shape of anything and anyone that is living, of course, not furniture.
Not mimics.
No.
Okay, we'll carry on following the track.
Okay, so you
I feel
clamber
like-
over the low wall, and eventually it leads outside the city gates.
How low was the wall?
It's pretty low. It was a very small slow wall.
Jim's like, up east. Up east.
Can't really make it. Eventually, it leads outside the city gates, and it leads to what looks like a wooden mill sitting on the banks of the moat surrounding Novigrad. As you're approaching, a elvish gentleman comes walking out of the mill.
I will go up to him. By any chance, have you seen a cat around here?
A werecat.
Can I have a D20, please?
A werecat, I
Double
believe.
touch of mine. Yeah, that's that big one.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the D20.
Well, it's rather large.
Thank you. 16.
His eyes shift from side to side.
Thought so.
No, I haven't seen a cat. No.
I will look him up and down. You're supposed to be extinct.
And he takes a better look at you, and he realizes you got the blades on your back. And then suddenly, he starts transforming and changing before your very eyes.
Oh my God.
Until you are staring back at yourself.
Oh, it's a werecat. It's
And
a werewitcher.
He unsheathes the steel sword of the two swords on his back.
Ooh.
I don't want to hurt you.
Making yourself handsome will not stop me from doing my job.
Look, the people out here are starving, okay? I take very little amounts. And I'm hiding. They'll kill me if they find me.
I'll kill you if you steal again.
What am I meant to do? He's
Yes.
shaking as he's holding the sword in front of you.
Use your talents to make money, not break laws.
If somebody sees me or knows what I am, I'm going to die. The witch hunters will find me.
Take your chance with them, or I can kill you now.
And he drops the sword. I'll do better.
I expect so.
Hold on. Quick question. He's dropping the sword. Isn't that part of him?
Yeah, it'll probably like morph
Yeah.
back into his foot or something.
Not as in like dropped on the floor. I mean, he just lowered it down.
Okay, I was about to say. I
Not
thought
dropped.
he
No.
transforms into something else without an arm.
He's lowered it. He sheaves the sword again, and he starts very slowly backing away.
I'll just let him go.
Okay. Eventually, that slow backing away turns into a scurry, which turns into a full-on run, and he flees.
I wouldn't worry. The witch hunters are not that good.
He's in the distance. If he didn't hear you.
All right. Well,
Would you like to make your way back to Jacques?
Yeah.
So you make your way back to Jacques. He's standing there waiting for you.
There's a large predatory cat stealing your goods. I
Right.
followed the tracks. They've left Novigrad. I don't think it'll be coming back anytime soon.
Can you be sure?
I don't hunt animals, I hunt monsters.
Well, I'm sorry, Witcher, but no evidence, no reward.
It's the second time I've heard that.
I'll grab an apple and walk off.
Okay. Does he care? No, he don't give a shit. He got two. He doesn't care.
two.
He really couldn't care less. And Dimdish, as you're looking at the apple the witch has grabbed, you look at that and go,
100% I'm taking one.
that's not very good quality.
No, it's not. I will be like, do better.
Don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm sure you don't, Mr. Fucking. Give me a shit place. Give me a shit place.
I don't know.
Give me a shit place in the world of The Witcher.
I mean, Velen, the area around the Barrens thing was the bog and all
There we go.
The bog apple.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm sure you don't, Mr. Bog Apples.
that. He just turns his nose up. And you leave. Where would you like to go next?
With my apple.
With your apple.
Damn, I missed a trick. If there'd have been anybody around, I'd have been like, get your bog apples here. Get your bog apples.
And so you turn away. Have you got any other plans for the day? You have completed all the contracts that you took from the notice board.
We'll go see the King of the Slums or whatever
The
he's.
King of Beggars.
That's the one.
Hey,
That's the one.
Okay, so do you remember the location of the King of Beggars? Do you remember where Putrid Grove is?
In the slums, and you got to knock on a door.
And say the password.
rubber-dub-dub.
Bobble
Thanks
cock.
Of course we don't remember the password.
Brilliant. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you a courtesy. You find the door. The slat comes open. Password.
Open up.
I'm the fucking Witcher.
I mean, that's a pretty good password.
Let me check if that's the password. And the shutter goes back across again. A few minutes later, shutter comes back across.
I feel like he'd have the sword at the slat.
It's the eye. You can see it's a different person. Welcome back, Witcher. You can tell by the voice it's the King of Beggars. The gate opens and he's standing there. Witcher, before you say anything else, I need to talk to you privately. You and your friend.
Okay.
All right.
So he takes you back off into the little office that you once saw with the table and the 3D model of Novigrad sitting on it.
We did
And
the
he
job.
pulls the chair up and he goes, I'm very sorry about what's happened.
What's happened?
What do you mean? We've completed all your contracts. Everything's been done fine.
He looks very confused. I'm sorry about your companion.
Who?
The witch?
Has she had an accident? Is she injured?
You don't know, do you?
Well, she went to the bloody market this morning. Hasn't turned back up.
I will put my hands on the table and get very close to this man.
Where is she?
I thought you were with her at all times. I thought you protected her. The witch hunters, they found her. Caleb Menge, he took her to the Hierarch Square. I'm so sorry.
And I will just bolt. I'm busting through doors.
Knock the 3D model over.
Flip the table.
Come on, man.
I feel like
Took me so long to make.
I feel like he was halfway for a jigsaw.
That was made of matchsticks. For fuck's
I feel like he was halfway for a jigsaw.
Did you come back to flip it as well?
No, you left. Oh my god!
To the lap of the room. I will just leg it. As I'm running through the streets.
I am on it like a flash.
You both just run.
Yeah.
Come on, run.
And as I'm running through the streets, I will have the cape and hood just throw it off.
You lose your meager disguise that you once had.
I'm throwing it off.
Okay, that's fine. So
Gets caught on.
Dimdish in his face.
Yeah,
runs into a wall.
it gets knocked off.
So you sprint. You know exactly where Hierarch Square is,
We saw it
and eventually you begin to see more and more people
walking in.
heading the same way that you're going.
Oh, this isn't good. This is not good.
And eventually you turn that corner into Hierarch Square, and the scene that you see before you, you see a large crowd. But unlike the last time you were here, you don't just see a handful of witch hunters. You see about 20. And standing right at the square, right in the center of the square, you see that hulking figure with the large scar running down his eye. You see Caleb Mengi. And you see the large pyre that has been created. And you see Ren tied to the pyre.
We're busting through the crowd, and I'm gonna get as close as I can. I'm assuming it's got like stairs to the side or something.
It's there is like
the
a makeshift,
stage.
almost like you would see when people were hung. That sort of platform.
Yeah.
There's a platform that she's on, but it's not wood. It's stone platform, because obviously that would go up in flames if not as well.
Yeah.
There's a stone platform and then the pyre that she's attached to, and Caleb is standing in the corner of the stone platform, and there's just a ring on, and they are shoulder to shoulder witch hunters. And you bust your way to the front, very front, so you are almost face to face with one of these witch hunters that's forming this ring. And you can hear Caleb Mengi. Once again, very quickly, my witch hunters have successfully captured a witch. And as you can see before you, the beauty that stands before you, this is clearly a witch. She has been found guilty of witchcraft.
I will shout above the crowd. She travels with me.
And you see him turn and look directly at you, and you see him smirk. And he just smiles and looks you dead in the eye. Let him through. And the guards, the witch hunters, they part. And they allow you to come through, you and Dimdish. And then you spot it. There's another pyre that you just couldn't, you blocked out of your vision. You were too focused on Ren, and you see a second pyre. And attached to that pyre is the succubus. And he looks at you. And Dimdish, do you want to follow?
I am looking for plans.
Stunty little legs.
I am looking for plans about things that we can do at this moment. I'm doing that thing where I'm looking around like...
Follow him, but you're not paying attention. You're looking around.
I know what's happening currently.
He's trying to find an out.
I am looking for the outs.
Okay, so
and
yeah.
I am looking
So
at
you're with the Witcher, but you're not. You're doing that. You're hyper-focused on
I
something
am
else.
looking at the crossbows. I am looking for potential escapes and alleyways at the moment. Looking for the way to get out of this situation.
You approach Caleb, and he looks at you, smirk on his face. I win, Witcher.
I will place my hand on the hilt of my sword.
And he doesn't react. He looks down, spots the hand on the sword.
I'm just going to shake my head. No.
You look at Ren, and
No,
she's
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've been following you since you arrived. I saw the succubus. I saw you hide a monster.
I only see one monster on this stage.
King Radovid's rules will be followed, and you will follow his rules.
If you
Hail the eternal fire.
If you do this, I will kill you all.
And he looks around and he looks at all 20 of his witch hunters who are looking directly at him.
Can I, at this
I don't
moment,
flinch.
can I, when he says that, have a look around and just see from windows?
There are
more
there are men with
crossbows.
crossbows and all sorts. They're everywhere.
And I just sort of, I know he won't twig it, but I pull him on his jacket.
You feel a little tug from the dwarf next to you.
And I'll say under my breath, everywhere.
And you glance around, or are you remaining eye
Nope,
contact?
it's remain eye contact.
Remaining eye contact. He looks at you. This is a fight you will not win. How about for your friend? I offer you a courtesy. I won't kill you. I won't kill your dwarf. And I'll allow you one final conversation. How's that for a deal?
I will walk so I'm shoulder to shoulder with him. Like side by side. About to go past him.
I'll return the favor. I'll allow you one breath before I take your life.
I look forward to the final meeting, Witcher. Let it be soon. And he steps down from the stage and allows you to approach Ren on the pyre.
Yeah, I'll walk over.
Are they both walked over?
Would you like to, or are you going to give Witcher his moment? Or would you like to approach as well?
I will stand back. I'm in a little bit of shock, to be honest, about what's happening. I'm still running through the multiple scenarios. Is there a way out? Is there an out? And I'm putting it through my head right now. If we do this, there is no out. I've looked at every possible way. Even if I use my powers, there's 20 witch hunters here. And not only that, there's guards, city guards, mercenaries, and just the people as well. If we do this, we're probably not getting out of here, and we have not had the time to even bring a plan which would help.
And the crowd is silent. People are holding their breath, watching this all transfold before them.
Would they... I mean, they know what witchers are like. It's almost like they feel that there's gonna
The crowd's
be...
on edge.
They
don't know what's going to happen.
This is the only... I mean, based on what we saw last time when we were here with the witches, they were raucous. This
They
time
were.
they are worried about what they're about to see. And after what I saw last night, and what I know, I'll let the Witcher have his moment.
Very well. So you slowly make your way up the steps to the stone stage. And Ren, your mouth's not covered or anything. You're free to talk. You're free to say as you will. You have obviously got the diamantium cuffs on still, so you can't perform any magic. And you approach Ren.
I will look around the spire. And I will pull my sword out.
Let's get you out of here.
No, don't. There's so many guards around in all the windows, you'll get caught. It's better that you two live.
We can give it a go. We've done it before. Your hat will...
I don't know.
And I'll stop.
And she doesn't have the hat on
I
her
will
head.
stop. And when I say that, I will stop when I see it. Where is it? Have they taken it?
No, It just left. We don't have much time. Velimir. I meant every word I said. I love you, Velimir.
I know.
And you were the best manager ever. Honoured to be your assistant.
I'll never take another apprentice.
I will kiss her.
Pretty difficult. She's high up. She's up on a spire, like tied.
Ah.
Kiss my foot.
Kiss her feet.
You can kiss her feet.
Like a hand. Like
You can probably reach her hand.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
You reach her hand, kiss her hand.
Yeah, we'll do that. And I'll look her dead in the eyes.
I will kill him. And I'll make it slow.
I'm just gonna grip your hand too. Just, I know.
You feel the firm grip on your hand. You see her eyes well up. And you glance back at Caleb, and he is just smiling. He is relishing every moment.
I will walk away.
You walk away. As you're walking away, the succubus calls out. You said you'd save me! You liar!
I saved you from me. And you should be grateful. What you do after that is your problem.
All you witches are the same!
Yes, we are.
And you walk. And Caleb picks up the flaming torch himself. And he walks up to the succubus and he sets her
I'll
ablaze.
stop him.
You stop him?
Just mid.
Before the succubus.
Put my hand on his chest.
Yeah.
I will kill your entire institution. I was soft. And what you've taken is what made me gentle. No, I will behead you. Not before I choke you, and not before I run you through. You will see your innards, and I will bathe in yours and your pathetic army's blood before I'm done.
Give me an intimidation. I want him to feel this.
That's a 22.
A 22. You see the fight in his eyes drop for a moment as your words sink in. Before suddenly he snaps back in, he shakes his head, and he's like, "We'll see, Witcher, we'll see."
That's the difference between me and you. We both may look into the darkness, but you blinked.
And I'll leave.
And he sets ablaze the succubus. And she goes up quick, screaming. And then he turns slowly. And he looks you dead in the eyes as he walks up those stone steps. And then he looks over at Dimdish as well. He gives him a glance and a smirk. And then he walks over to Ren's pile. And he looks up at her. Burn, witch.
Fuck you.
There's something I really want to do,
What would you like to do?
but I doubt I'd get away with it. I want to cast sleep on Ren.
You can certainly. You're not.
I'm incapacitated. I can't do fuck all.
I will pull my sword out
Okay.
and I'll point it at him.
At Caleb, as he's setting the fire. Yeah. Okay.
Just so I've got his attention.
As you unsheath your sword, the witch hunters unsheath theirs, and they all stand there.
I will.
But Caleb Menge, as he sees this, as he's putting the torch to, as he sees you pull your sword, he holds his hand up to stop his witch hunters.
I will pull on him, get their attention.
Yeah, I'll hold it aloft.
He has their attention.
And
He's
just
pointing his sword at him.
point
So
it
all
at
the witch
him.
hunters are looking at the Witcher at the minute. Even Caleb, his hand, his torch is centimeters from the pyre, but he stopped for a second.
Do the cuffs that are on me,
The
do they only
Diamantians.
stop me making magic?
They stop you making magic.
Does it stop any magic hurting me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Cool,
people
that's
can
fine.
cast spells on you. Yep, that's absolutely fine. And you can choose to fail as well. If he wants to cast sleep, and you would feel that coming over you, and you can choose to just allow it to take hold.
And I will look at you and just nod with definitely a tear in my eye and cast sleep.
I'm just going to smile and take it.
And you see, you are standing next to Dimdish as you're doing this as well, and you hear him chant those words that you've heard before. You know what he's doing. And you're looking up at the pyre, and you see Ren as the gentle smile and the nod that she knows what's happening, and then slowly her eyes close and her head droops. And you see that she's gone to sleep. And he lights the pyre. Very quickly, the flames take over, and your view of Ren is just obscured as thick black smoke begins to build up around her until you can no longer see her. And there's a still silence over the crowd. Not a soul is cheering. They all are shocked and stunned at the scene that's taking hold before them. Not a single person in the crowd knows what to think, what to say, what to do, as you just hear the crackling of the fire and not a word from Ren's mouth.
I'll sheath the sword and walk away.
And the crowd parts. They see you approach. The witch hunters even, without a signal from Caleb, they step aside. I think they all know not to get in your way, regardless of how many there are. And the crowd parts for the two of you as you slowly make your way and distance yourself from the sounds of the crackling fire.
As I leave, it's the first time I'm going to be clerical. And I'll turn back to Caleb Mengi.
Yep.
And I'll look at him as we leave the stage.
He's watching the two of you. He's not even bothered to look at the fire. He doesn't care. He's just watching the two of you
I know.
leave.
One thing for you. A pox on your institution and your king. No holy order will stop what you have just begun.
And he taps his chest. And you see on it a flame. The eternal fire will protect me.
Not from this burning.
And you leave. You walk away. You walk away from the sounds and the silence of the square. Where would you like to go?
I am gonna go back to that mill on the outside of,
Where the doppelganger was? Yep.
and just park my ass.
So you leave the city walls, and this mill was sitting on the banks of the moat. It's quite picturesque, actually. And you see the mill's wheel turning, and you go and sit yourself up against the wall. And you just watch the flow of the wheel as it moves the water around.
I'll look out from the mill to a quite clear smokestack.
You can see the two smokes rising from the centre of Novigrad.
And I'll look down at my ring. You went to the wrong person. What do we do?
We kill him.
Was a witch in the dark of the night, whispering spells in the moon's pale light. Her love was deep for a witcher named Velimir. Hands touched briefly, then came stake. She cried out his name. I love you, Velimir. Through the fire and flame, Velimir stood, tears in his eyes, powerless to save. As the smoke rose high, flames reached high, Ren's voice did sing, a love so pure in suffering, burned at the stake. She cried out his name. I love you, Velimir, through the fire and flame. Flames reached high, Ren's voice did sing, a love so pure in suffering, burned at the stake.